before I start to read this psalm, I wanted to remind you guys to subscribe to the Glory Lifestyle channel. And I also wanted to tell you guys to turn on those notification reminders so that you know when I post a new video. So anyway, I am reading Psalm 107. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord say this, those he redeemed from the land of the foe. From the hand of the foe. Those he gathered from the lands, from east and west, from north and south. Some wandered in desert wastelands, finding no way to a city where they could settle. They were hungry and thirsty, and their lives ebbed away. Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them from their distress. He led them by a straight way to a city where they could settle. Let them give thanks to the Lord for his unfailing love and his wonderful deeds for men. For he satisfies the thirsty and fills the hungry with good things. Some sat in darkness and the deepest gloom, prisoners suffering in iron chains, for they had rebelled against the words of God and despised the counsel of the Most High. So he subjected them to bitter labor. They stumbled, and there was no one to help. Then they cried to the Lord in their trouble, and he saved them from their distress. He brought them out of darkness and the deepest gloom and broke away their chains. Let them give thanks to the Lord for his unfailing love and his wonderful deeds for men. For he breaks down gates of bronze and cuts through bars of iron. Some became fools through their rebellious ways and suffered affliction because of their iniquities. They loathed all food and drew near the gates of death. Then they cried to the Lord in their trouble, and he saved them from their distress. He sent forth his word and healed them. He rescued them from the grave. Let them give thanks to the Lord for his unfailing love and his wonderful deeds for men. Let them sacrifice thank offerings and tell of his works with songs of joy. Others went out on the sea in ships. They were merchants on mighty waters. They saw the works of the Lord, his wonderful deeds in the deep. For he spoke and stirred up a tempest that lifted high the waves, that mounted up to the heavens and went down to the depths. In their peril, their courage melted away. They reeled and staggered like drunken men. They were at their wits' end. Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and he brought them out of their distress. He stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the sea were hushed. They were glad when it grew calm, and he guided them to their desired haven. Let them give thanks to the Lord for his unfailing love and his wonderful deeds for men. Let them exalt him in the assembly of the people and praise him in the council of the elders. He turned rivers into a desert, flowing springs into thirsty ground, and fruitful land into a salt waste, because of the wickedness of those who lived there. He turned the desert into pools of water, and the parched ground into flowing springs. There he brought the hungry to live, and they founded a city where they could settle. They sowed fields and planted vineyards that yielded a fruitful harvest. He blessed them, and their numbers greatly increased, and he did not let their herds diminish. Then their numbers decreased, and they were humbled by oppression, calamity, and sorrow. He who pours contempt on nobles made them wander in a trackless waste. But he lifted the needy out of their affliction and increased their families like flocks. The upright see and rejoice, but all the wicked shut their mouths. Whoever is wise, let him heed these things and consider the great love of the Lord. I think that this psalm is so good because it reminds us no matter how much trouble we get into, the Lord is present and he still pulls us out of whatever trouble we get in, just like you would your daughter or your son. And so the last verse says, whoever is wise, let him heed these things and consider the great love of the Lord. Like, God loves us so deeply. He cares about us so deeply, and he takes care of us. I think that sometimes when we are in great need, we forget the years that have passed when the Lord has like completely taken care of us. He's completely paid every single bill. We haven't had to live in our cars, most of us. And if we have, the Lord took us out of that situation. Or we're in that situation now, but we're still being fed. So there's something to be grateful for in every single day. And God is the one who is going to still your storms to a whisper. That was verse 29. And he's going to just take us out of our distress, even though we are also stressed. It's 2020, of course, is a year that a lot of people, I want to say most people, are in some type of transition. I honestly even want to say everybody is in some type of transition. So there's still something to be grateful for. There's still something to look to the Lord for. And so he's going to do it. He's going to bless us, and things are definitely wasting away. And God is, it just sounds to me like the Lord is not playing. He's getting rid of things. He's moving people to different places, and he's even taking people home. And so God is still on his throne, whether we feel like he's not doing what we expect him to be doing at a certain time. So I hope that this song blesses you like it blessed me. And I just hope that you guys have a wonderful week. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Thank you. Bye.